Like, Luka, look, you just standing there. Look, watch this again, Luka. He just went right by. Luka, what are you doing?
I'll
say there was some effort on that. Luka, what are you doing? Get back into play, Luka.
I wanna get back every day, cause it means so much
He
to
hate
me.
Luka, come on, bro.
He calls LeBron James fans jockstrap sniffers.
I wanna get
So
back
this is for you
every
guys. If you're
day,
watching,
'cause it
shout out
means
to all the
so
LeBron
much
James
to
jockstrap
me.
sniffers. This is for you. Ticket TV, he calls LeBron James fans jockstrap sniffers. So this is for you guys. If you're watching, shout out to all the LeBron James jockstrap sniffers. This is for you.
I wanna get back every day, cause it means so much to me.
You lucky I'm not single. I would take your girl. That's what would happen. Don't make me come to your live and start throwing super chats at her. You lucky I'm not single. I would take your girl. That's what would happen. Don't make me come to your live and start throwing super chats at her.
I'm so in love. I miss you.
You lucky I'm not single. I would take your girl. That's what would happen. Don't make me come to your live and start throwing super chats at her. LeBron fans.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, folks. We are back, man. We are most definitely back, folks. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, man. You know, I really didn't have any clue what we were gonna discuss today, folks, because, you know, obviously we're in a weird spot right now. You know, we got about a week off. And yeah, the Lakers haven't played since Sunday, and they don't play again till Saturday, right? So we're in a little bit of a weird spot right now in the season, folks. You know, last night you had a couple of play-in games, you know, pretty nasty games, if I'm being honest with you guys, folks. You had the Charlotte Hornets versus the Miami Heat. You know, I don't really think people were that intrigued by that matchup. It was a good game, though, at the end of the game. But I don't think people were that intrigued by it. And then, obviously, you had the, you know, the Phoenix Suns versus, you know, the Portland Trailblazers, folks. So, once again, not an intriguing matchup at all for me, personally, right? I really could care less about, you know, the Phoenix Suns and, you know, Denny Atvia and the Portland Trailblazers, folks. So, once again, we just been in a weird spot, folks, waiting on the Lakers to play on Saturday. But I did come across some interesting Luka Doncic news, folks. I think you guys are going to find pretty entertaining, folks. So let's just go ahead and get straight into it. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in, man. Shout out to Flash White. You said dope-ass games? Okay, dude. Like I said, you know, if you were entertained by the Charlotte Hornets last night, I mean, I watched the game, right? I watched the game. You know, that was a nasty game, all right? It was. It was a nasty game, you know? It was, Chad. I mean, you got Kobe White out here fucking hitting, you know, fadeaway threes and shit. I mean, Kobe White, you know, not Kobe Bryant, Kobe White. You know, it's just nasty. You know, Con Knuckle, you know, he choked last night, 0 for 6. LaMelo Ball, what did he shoot last night from 3, chat? Somebody said he plays like he wearing slides or something. That's what they're saying on Twitter. They said LaMelo plays like he wears slides. So like I said, dude, if you were entertained by LaMelo and the Hornets last night, like I said, more power to you. But, you know, looking back on it, man, that was just nasty. It really was. You said LeBron sending KD to Cancun. Okay. Shout out to Pacey. He said Luka's on vacation. You said I'm going to take your girl. Exactly. Take her. Shout out to Sean Sanders. What's going on, man? Shout out to St. Matthew. We got Armani. What's going on, man? He said he's going to start throwing super chats. Okay. You said LeBron is the only active billionaire on the court. Okay. Not sure what that has to do with anything, but sure. We got Tax the Prophet. He says Luka's trolling at this point. You said at least when Rodman skipped the playoffs, he was in Vegas, not overseas. Okay, shout out to Ashmere. Bob the Bitter, what's going on, man? We got Pacey. He said, I told you Luka was on vacation. Yeah, this is a little bit insane, folks, what's going on. This was a little bit insane. Exactly. LaMelo, 2 of 16 from 3 last night. That was nasty, man. Okay, shout out to Unforgiven Sounds with the, what is it, the $5 super chat?
So, man, I'm so in love. Yeah, I miss you. Yeah, I miss your touch.
LeBron fans.
Okay, you said you see Aston shooting around yesterday after practice. Wild boar, not hurt at all. Yeah, we can get to that too. I'm going to get to that too. Thanks for reminding me. So let's get into this Luka Doncic update, folks. Now, okay, what are we at, chat? We are at what? What is this, chat? Day 13? Chat, are we at day 13 now? Yeah, this is day 13. Since the last time we've seen Luka Doncic, folks. And I'm not going to let you guys forget what happened.
That was an ass kicking last night. That was a romp. Now, you can sit up there. I mean, we're going to talk about Luka and all the stuff. What we not going to do is gloss over that ass whipping that the Oklahoma City Thunder, the reigning, defending NBA champions, placed on the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers were down at the half by 30, getting their asses whipped. I mean, it was a stomp, okay? And it was almost so that it's a good thing that Luka actually got hurt and had to get taken out in the third quarter, because when we saw him holding his hamstring in the first half, a lot of us were like, wait a minute now, that wasn't happening when you were dropping 30 plus the last 12, 13, 15 games.
So in love.
Now you
Yeah, I
did
miss you.
we were looking
Yeah,
at
I
it
miss your touch.
because an ass kicking will do that to you.
I wanna get back everything, cause it means so much to me.
Locker room. It will make you pretend you got to use the bathroom. It will make you pretend that something might be a family emergency or anything, just to get away from those confines. That's the kind of ass whipping we saw last night.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this was the last time we saw Luka Doncic playing basketball, folks. It was about 13 days ago versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. And ever since then, folks, he's been missing. Right? The last time we saw him in Aston playing basketball, folks, they got brutally exposed by SGA and the Oklahoma City Thunder. All right? So, as you guys know, the dude flew to Spain, right? So he can get some injections in his ass. I guess to make him feel better about getting his ass beat by SGA. I don't know. I don't know what this is about, folks. But we have an update, folks, that I have to show you guys. I mean, this is a little bit insane if you ask me. Right? So this dude is supposed to be, getting himself back onto the floor, folks, because we have games to play, right? He's missed our last 5 games, and we have a game on Saturday versus the Houston Rockets. So, we're a little bit like, in the dark here, folks, about his availability. But yeah, folks, according to, sources on the scene over there in Yugoslavia, right, where he's located, it says that Luka Doncic, folks, is expected to be at a Real Madrid versus, some shit I can't even pronounce. I mean, what is this? Cervina Zavita? What the fuck is this, chat? Real Madrid versus Cervina Zavita, EuroLeague game tomorrow in Madrid, Spain. Who will Luka be rooting for? Chat, this is what the face of your franchise is going to be up to tomorrow. This is what he's going to be up to, chat. Once again, Nico Harrison was absolutely right, dude. He's not serious, chat. And we just did a show talking about this last night as it pertains to Kevin Durant. I told y'all Kevin Durant is not a serious person. And neither is Luka, man. He's not serious, chat. He's not a serious individual. We got this Amazon working ass nigga, T Streets. He says, I don't blame Luka. Let your king do it by himself. Listen, dude, don't you have some packages to go deliver? Seriously. You know, what are you on your break or something?
Please don't tell me that was you saying the 96 Sonics. This is what you got to realize, Judah. It's very easy to out-debate locker room. It's not very challenging whatsoever. The fact that you let locker room outwit you and out-debate you, it says a lot. We're not talking about a very high-level basketball.
LeBron fans.
And you got outwitted by the locker room.
T Streets, you're one of those FYF motherfuckers, nigga. What's going on, man? What's going on with FYF, dude? Let me guess. Show got canceled due to low ratings. Show got canceled, chat, due to low ratings, man. That's fucked up, dude. That's fucked up. Now you got to come over here. That's crazy, man. Wow. Okay. Shout out to GD, man, with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, man.
I'm a Rolling Stone.
LeBron fans.
LeBron fans are in the building, folks. You said this is just socializing and social control of black athletes, letting them know their place in the hierarchy of basketball. It's all in their faces. I have no idea what you're talking about, GD. I have no clue. You're going to have to give me some context, dude, because I don't know what you're referring to right now. I'm lost, dude, with that one. But yeah, folks, this is what Nico Harrison, and God bless Nico Harrison, man. You know, the dude right now, he's out of a job. I think he'll be back in the league soon, man. You know, obviously he was scapegoated in this whole ordeal. You know, obviously, you know, they turned the black man into the villain and they made the white boy the victim, right? Typical, you know, strategy from these people. Nico Harrison was absolutely right about Luka Doncic. And I agree with Nico 1000% for trading this dude. Because what I realized, folks, is that the only person that was serious about actually winning in Dallas was Nico Harrison. He was serious about winning. And the reason why he traded Luka is because he realized Luka is not serious about winning a championship. There is no way Kobe Bryant, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, LeBron James would be preparing for the playoffs in about 3 days. And they're going to be at another basketball game in another country. You are not a serious individual. You are not a serious individual. I'm sorry. You're not serious, dude. Just the optics alone, ladies and gentlemen, lets me know he's not serious, right? It's not even about going to the game. Dude, you can't watch the game in a hotel room where nobody can see you. You don't even, chat, he don't even want us to believe that he's serious. You know? He don't even want us to believe he's serious. He's going to go to the game, chat, and we got a playoff game on Saturday. Incredible, man. Shout out to Jesus with the $5 super chat.
I'm a Rolling Stone.
LeBron fans.
He said, at T Streets, hey, man, my package of LeBron fan stickers is late.
LeBron fans.
Hurry up or get a Jesus fade. Yeah, don't they put them dudes like on a time, you know, don't y'all have like a specific time to get packages delivered? Oh, man, shout out to all the Amazon niggas, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Straight up. You know, y'all are doing the Lord's work, man. So yeah. We got Anubis. He said T Streets. He says you're another delusional reject Luka fan. What has Luka done? Bron is the GOAT. What is Luka again, clown? Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in uncharted waters. We are in unprecedented times, folks. The Lakers' first and second option has effectively quit on the team. And, folks, this is what we're dealing with right now. LeBron's got to go into another, playoff with injured teammates. How many times has this happened, folks? Right? 2021, AD got injured, right? We were supposed to repeat that year. AD goes down in the first round. 2015, right? Kyrie Irving, he goes down, right? I think game 1 of 2015. The year prior, 2014, D Wade, he was a shell of himself, right? So LeBron has been dealing with this, folks, really for his entire career, right? His teammates just aren't available. They're not healthy. They don't show up. This is nothing new, man. This is nothing new, right? So once again, now Luka and Austin Reeves, folks, now they can't go. They're pathetic. They honestly are. They're pathetic, right? I've never seen this before. So we just got to wait and see what happens, folks, on Saturday. Like I said, we did a show last night. I told you guys on the show that we did last night, folks, I'm just not a believer in Kevin Durant. I told you guys last night, the dude just literally is he's a bus rider, right? I'm going to try to keep this show PG. Yeah, he's a bus rider. I'm not going to say the other word. You guys know what I want to say. The rated R version. I'm not going to say it, folks, but I'm just going to stick to what Charles Barkley said about him. He's a bus rider. Okay, he is. He's a bus rider, and okay. So it's getting nasty. Wow, it's getting nasty in the chat today, folks.
I'm a Rolling Stone.
LeBron fans.
Okay, we got this FYF reject, T Streets, with the $5 super chat. Thanks a lot, pussy. So you said, at Jesus, bro, you got a video on your channel about getting fired. LOL, shut up before I call ICE. Wow, that's getting a little bit.
So, man, I'm so in love. Yeah, miss you. Yeah, miss your touch.
Okay. Listen, folks. Listen. I'm not gonna allow you dudes, right, to use my platform to incite race wars. Okay. I'm not gonna stand for this. All right. I'm just not gonna stand for this, chat. I don't know where we've gotten as a society where you guys have just made. You guys just make everything about race these days. I just don't understand it. It's not cool, man. It's really not. Everything is so racial these days. I don't understand it. Like I said, shout out to all the Mexicans out there, man. I'm not gonna call ICE on you people, man. That's not what I'm gonna do, right? I like Mexican pussy, so yeah, Mexicans are good with me,
You're a freaky frog.
I'm sorry, Chad. I'm not getting rid of the big booty Latinas. It's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen for me. No. They can stay. Right? And they can't stay with me. So they're gonna need somebody to live with. So we gotta keep, guys like Jesus and yeah, we gotta keep these guys around, folks. Where are the big booty Latinas gonna live if these guys leave? Where are they gonna stay? They need a home. They need shelter. Right? So that's where guys like Jesus come in at. Okay. So yeah, I'm not calling ICE, dude. All right. Now, like I said, you might, but I'm not. Okay. This dude said Jesus is from Ukraine. They said you're from Ukraine, Jesus. That's nasty. That's nasty. Oh wow, it's getting nasty in this chat. It's getting nasty, folks. Yeah, this is getting a little bit nasty.
So, I'm so in love.
LeBron
miss your touch.
Okay, we got Jesus with the $5 super chat. You said making fun of a veteran for losing his job. Wow. Yeah, come on, dude. You know what I mean? That is kind of fucked up, right? I mean, it's hard out here, T Streets. Come on, dude. Have some class, bro. We're in a fucked up economy, dude. You know what I mean? You people are you're heartless, man.
I wanna give back everything, cause it means so much to me.
You people on the internet, man. You people on the internet are just so ruthless, man. Just so disrespectful, so heartless. You said the world is crazy right now. It is. It's a crazy place right now. You know what I mean? You know, like I said, I don't know what's changed. I don't know if it's been Donald Trump getting into office. I don't know what it is, but it just seems like everybody's just on edge these days. You know, everybody's on edge. Everybody's, you know, everybody's got a short fuse these days. We got to get back to some sort of normalcy, folks, in this society. You people are ridiculous. But like I said, folks, maybe this is why Puka, he doesn't want any parts of America, man. Maybe you guys have been a little bit too mean. You know, Anubis made a very good point about Puka. Not Anubis, 444, right? Shout out to 444. He made a very good point, folks, about Puka the other day. And, you know, he basically said Puka had a panic attack, folks. He had a panic attack, you know, in Oklahoma. You know, they weren't allowing him to, you know, get to his spots and shoot and, you know, foul bait and do all of his, you know, typical, you know, moves that he likes to get to. And, yeah, 444, he made a very good point. He said Luka had a panic attack and he just needed a reset, essentially, right? He needed a reset. You know, he needed to go back overseas, folks, where they're a little bit nicer. You know, you Americans, folks, I mean, you guys saw the way Austin Reeves, you know, spazzed out, folks. I mean, everybody's on edge these days, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's on edge, folks. Okay.
Now you don't want to play defense. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. It's fucking hurt. Fuck you. Fuck you. Don't interact with that, okay?
It's now time for Love's Kiss Cam. Time to pucker up and give your sweetie a kiss. It's the Love's Kiss Cam.
Have some fucking respect. Have some respect. Have some respect. Don't interact with him. Don't interact with him. Have some fucking respect. Don't interact. Have some respect.
Ladies and gentlemen, everybody, this is the time of year, folks, where people start crashing out, folks. This is the time of the year, folks. Like I said, you know, Luka, you know, like I said, maybe he just needed a reset, folks. He just needed to go overseas, you know, hang out with his people over there, you know, eat some good. What do they eat over there, chat? What do they eat in Yugoslavia? What are some of the dishes over there that the Yugoslavians eat? I don't know. I don't know what they eat in Slovakia. So, yeah, maybe he just needed a nice home cooked meal. You know, see his dog and his kids, and you know, just reset, man. And then you know he's gonna come back on hopefully Friday after he goes to the game, folks. So yeah. Now let me show you guys the Austin Reeves update. Now, if you guys haven't seen what's been going on with Austin Reeves, folks, it's actually been a little bit disturbing. So obviously the Lakers had a practice the other day, and Austin Reeves, folks, he was seen the other day in flip-flops, folks. He was seen in flip-flops after the game, hanging out with teammates, okay? So this was the scene, folks. This was the scene after practice, or during the practice the other day. As you guys can see, Austin Reeves is in free throws. I guess they were doing some sort of a free throw drill, and yeah, you know, you got a dude Theoro at the line. He's clanking free throws, and you know, you guys are going to see here in a second, folks. Aston, he's already in, you know, playoff form, folks. He's already in playoff form. Let me go ahead and speed this up, folks, so you guys can see the scene. There goes Dalton. There goes Dalton, folks. There goes Vando, right? They're doing some sort of a free throw drill, right? Now, I want to show you guys this. Now, here comes Austin, okay? Now, pay attention, chat. Like I said, he's already in playoff form, okay? He's already in playoff form, folks. Yeah. Now, if you ask me, ladies and gentlemen, right? If you ask me, he looks perfectly fine, right? He looks perfectly fine. You know, I mean, they said it's an oblique injury. You know, if it was hurting him that bad, folks, I mean, you would think he wouldn't be able to move, right? You would think he would have a difficult time getting shots up or whatever, as bad as they claim. Folks, there's nothing wrong with this dude. There is nothing wrong with this dude at all, right? He's perfectly fine. He's just ducking smoke, folks. You know, once again, once he saw that Luka Doncic went out, he wanted no parts of the first option smoke, because he's obviously in the contract year, folks. So this is all a play and a tactic from Austin's camp to kind of preserve whatever value he has left, because his value, it's really kind of fallen off. But my thing is like, I mean, just think about this for an example, right? If his agent and his camp, if the plan is, right, to not play him because they don't want him getting exposed, and the only other alternative is to fake an injury, how does that help his case this summer? Right? Think about it for a second. Because let's just say he would have played bad as the first option without Luka. Well, this summer they would say, the Lakers would say, well, your client, you know, he didn't really perform all that well. Right? So I guess they're like, okay, well, let's just not play you at all. But now this summer, the Lakers can be like, well, your client isn't available and he didn't play. Isn't not playing actually worse than playing? I would think so, right? What did you guys' take on that? Shout out to GD with the $5 super chat.
Rolling Stone.
LeBron fans.
He said our players are being conditioned to accept inferior treatment. It's just a small sample of the larger society. Kobe or LeBron couldn't do this. Yeah, there would be there would be a bigger uproar if LeBron did something like this, for sure. You know, with Luka, they don't even really say anything. But folks, seriously, isn't it a bigger hit on Austin's value by him just missing the playoffs? Like, to me, I think you playing would be better for you than to just not play at all. because now you're not even available. And the best ability is availability. So I don't know if him and his agent, chat, I don't know if they thought this all the way through, to be honest with you guys. I don't know if they thought this all the way through. I don't see how this makes sense. You know, you don't want him to get exposed, so you want to preserve his value by faking an injury and telling him not to play. But now you're missing playoff games. Folks, you know LeBron James has never missed a playoff game in his entire career. The great players, chat, they rarely miss playoff games, chat. Rarely miss playoff games. The regular season is one thing, but great players rarely miss playoff games. So you want to protect your value so bad that you're willing to hurt our team by not playing? Is that you and your agent strategy? Folks, this is just stupid from every angle. This is stupid from every angle. So on one angle, it's, well, let's preserve your value. And we're gonna tell you to we're gonna get you to fake an injury so we preserve your value. Well, now you're not available. So how is that any better? How's that any better, chat? We don't care about his value from these regular season games. His value was going to be determined in the playoffs, according to the mayonnaise media, because we already know over here what his value is. It's nothing. But according to Trevor Lane, right, this is what he said. He said Austin's value was going to be determined by what he did in the playoffs. Everybody knew that. So now you're not even available to play. That, to me, that hurts you even more. And now you guys see why his agent blocked me. Folks, his agent is stupid. Seriously. His agent's stupid. Whoever concocted this bogus plan for Austin Reeves, this is just dumb on every angle. He would be better off actually playing in the games. This whole faking injuries and missing games, this hurts him more than playing. Seriously, it hurts you more. This is why Nico traded Luka. He's like, yo, the dude's never available. Chat, how much you want to bet? If this blows up in Austin's face, how much you want to bet he fires his whole camp? How much you guys want to bet this summer we're going to hear a story about Austin Reeves firing his camp? He's going to fire his entire team after this stupid stuff. This might be the dumbest plan I've ever seen. Seriously, this might be the dumbest plan I've ever seen. You think not playing makes you more valuable than playing?
Kennard is proof that Austin Reeves' value is inflated. What? Because he's been able to have success in this role? I mean, wouldn't that be true of all the Lakers, though? Right? If this is a scheme thing or a system thing, if that's the implication, that Austin Reeves isn't any good, it's just the scheme, wouldn't that then be true for other Lakers too? Like, Kennard isn't just filling into the Austin, he's really taken over almost a Luka role. But we know Luka's incredibly good, obviously. One of the very best. He's been playing in the month of March. I think he was the best player in the world. Or is that saying that Kennard playing well shows you that you don't need to give Austin Reeves money to bring him back? Is that what you're trying to say? I think it's going to be interesting. If we have seen the last of Austin Reeves this season, let's say the Lakers don't do well in round 1, which is possible, and Austin and Luka do not come back. I think it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with his contract, because Austin needed to play in the playoffs and play well. He needed to show that what he'd done the last couple of years in the playoffs was not representative of what he really is, and he's better than that. I think he needed to show that he could do that in the playoffs, and it's very possible that he will not get the opportunity to do that now. So I think what's going to happen this summer with his contract is going to be very, very interesting, and we'll see ultimately where it lands.
Ladies and gentlemen, we might have to do another show on this at some point in the immediate future. Folks, have we seen the last of Austin Reeves, folks, in a Lakers uniform? Folks, do you guys realize we might have watched, that might have been the last game we see of Austin Reeves in a Lakers uniform. I told you guys this. My mom is a chef. Growing up, she always used to tell me, you're only as good as your last meal. Folks, you're only as good as your last game. If that was the last time we saw Austin Reeves, folks, I mean, do you guys remember? Let me pull up the box score. Do you guys remember what he did in that game, chat? He was the one that literally costed us the game in the first quarter. It was him. Austin Reeves, folks. This is what he did in that game, folks. Let me show you guys. Look at this, chat. Look at this, chat. 4 turnovers. 4 turnovers, 15 points, chat. 5 of 9 from the field, folks. 2 of 3 from the three-point line. Mind you, he didn't start scoring until the game was out of reach. That's when he started his scoring. Wow. We might have witnessed Austin Reeves' last game as a Laker. I'm telling you guys, folks, I just don't see how, if you are running the Lakers, right? Because you guys got to remember, we sold the team. So this is a new regime that Austin is auditioning for. You're not auditioning for Rob Pelinka anymore and Jeannie Buss. You're auditioning now for Mark Walter and his people. And this is your first impression. Think about that, chat. This is why I tell y'all he should have signed the deal last year. Do you guys remember, as soon as we got word that the Lakers were selling the team, do you guys remember JJ Redick getting an extension? Rob Pelinka getting an extension? Folks, everybody got paid before they sold the team, because they knew once they sold it, they won't have any more power. So the people within the organization made sure that they paid themselves. They locked themselves into a few more years to give themselves some extra money and some extra leverage for the future before they sold the team. Folks, Austin Reeves didn't accept the contract before the Lakers sold the team. You should have taken the deal. These were the people, folks, that brought you on. They're the ones that believe in you. I'm telling y'all right now. You guys think Mark Walter and the rest of these people are going to believe in Austin the same way Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka did? And the Buss brothers? They were the ones that found him. The Bus brothers are gone. They fired the Bus brothers. Chat, like I said, man, I don't know if he thought this one all the way through. Shout out to Top Fly. What's going on, man? You said Cheddar Bob? He said, yep, they aligned themselves a power circle. Aston didn't sign his deal to be in the circle. Jazzy J, you said, I've never seen Austin whine about calls the way he has since Luka's arrival. Wow. Chat. Remember, this is the first year of Mark Walter and his people running the show, and this is their first impression of Aston. If Mark Walter and the people that are coming in with him from the Dodgers, if they're willing to fire the Bus brothers, what makes you think they won't let Austin Reeves walk? Why do these people think that Mark Walter and the new ownership group is going to be tied to these old players from the old regime? Why do you guys think that? You guys know how this works. When companies purchase companies, they want their own people. You guys know how it works in the NFL. When new coaches get hired, they don't keep the same staff. They don't keep the same offensive coordinator a lot of the time. They don't keep the same defensive coordinator. They get rid of those guys. They bring in their own people. They bring in their own staff. Everybody knows this. You guys think they're gonna buy the Lakers and then they're gonna keep everybody that was a part of the old regime? That don't even make sense. That's like buying a house and you still got the old people living in it. That don't even make sense. I'm telling you right now, if I'm Mark Walter, I am not impressed, bro, with this dude. If this is my first year running the show and you telling me our second best player can't even play, he's not available, oh no, we got to move him then. He's got to go. I keep telling y'all this, man. He should have just taken that $90 million. At least you would have been in the algorithm. You would have been in the system. You can always get more money. It's hard to recoup money once it's gone. Ask Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder been trying to get that $84 million back the last 5 years. He still ain't made $84 million. Still, he ain't recouped that $84 million. He been getting $5 million here, 20 million here. Like, he still ain't recouped $84 million since he turned down that deal. It's hard to recoup that amount of money. You said, so which is it? Is AR faking the injury or not? Bro, what are you talking about, nigga? How many times do I have to spell it for you, nigga? Before you finally understand it, you stupid fool? How many times do I have to say it? Jesus Christ, man. I've said it 1,000 times. You want me to say it 1,001? Nobody believes this is a legitimate injury. Rainey does. He declined a $90 million contract after getting gentlemen swept in last year's playoffs. Who do you think you are, dude? You think you're LeBron James? Like, what do you think? Next year you're going to have 150 on the table? Chad, he's not. I would be shocked if they even offered him the same contract again. I'm telling y'all, bro, y'all don't understand how nasty some of these negotiations can get, man. Y'all don't be understanding. See, Rob Pelinka, this is good, chat. Let me explain to you the difference between Rob Pelinka then and now. Let me explain to you guys the difference between Rob Pelinka then and Rob Pelinka now. So before we sold the team, who was Rob Pelinka answering to? Who was he answering to? Who was his boss before we sold the team?
So, man, I'm so in love.
LeBron
Yeah, I
James.
miss you, yeah, I miss your touch.
Hey, chat. Before the Lakers sold the team, who was Rob Pelinka's boss? Who did he answer to? He answered to Jeannie Buss. So now guess what? Who's his boss now? Mark Walter. Yeah, Mark Walter's your boss now. Your boss now, buddy. Mark Walter's your boss. So it's completely different now. Mark Walter is going to be the one cutting the check to Austin Reeves or whoever else. You think Mark Walter is going to sign up to pay Austin Reeves $200 million for the next 5 years, and this is his first impression of Austin? He can't even play in playoff games. He's not even healthy. Folks, you think these people are not listening to these shows, man? I mean, seriously. Do you guys think nobody from the Lakers or whoever, you guys think these people aren't listening to these shows, chat? Of course they are, man. Of course they are. Somebody's listening to what I'm saying, folks. Somebody that has some level of credibility, clout, power within the Lakers organization. Somebody is listening to what I am saying here, folks. And there's just no way, in my opinion, they're happy with Austin Reeves and this nonsense. All right, what do you got, dude?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you just said like, oh, it's no way you're gonna pay somebody for not playing in the playoffs. Okay. So the Lakers have to be in on this whole thing of keeping him out, right? Okay, if he's faking an injury. Okay. So who's faking an injury? Is it AR or the Lakers? Which one is faking it? Who's faking it? Yeah, crickets. That's what I thought. Yeah, exactly. Most likely, this dude is injured legitimately. If he wasn't injured, why wouldn't he be playing? The Lakers, okay, this is obviously a contract year for this dude. Why wouldn't he play? It makes sense for him to play. That is fucking stupid to say, like, oh, I don't want to embarrass myself. What the hell are you talking about? The last 5 games were against nobody opponents. He wouldn't have nothing to worry about that. And secondly, yeah, if anything, AR would benefit. He's one more guy, a part of the rotation. It doesn't make any sense what you're talking about. Because if he was taking an injury, then that means the Lakers are in on it. And that doesn't make any sense. So they're doing this to pay him or they're doing it not to pay him? Which one is it?
So let me ask you a question. Do you think that it was a coincidence that Austin Reeves got injured in the same game as Luka?
A coincidence? I don't know what it was. It happened. I know that. Because you know why? Because isn't he playing if he wasn't legitimately injured?
No,
why isn't he playing?
I'm asking you a question. Do you think that was a coincidence?
I don't know. All I know is this.
Exactly.
If he wasn't injured, why is he playing right now?
You don't know. And this is what I'm saying.
I don't know if it was a coincidence or not. But even if he was faking, okay, so the Lakers are in on it too. That's what you're trying to say.
You need to listen because I'm sick and tired of explaining this to you. I'm gonna explain
So
this.
you say the Lakers are in on
I'm
it too?
going
That's
to
what you're saying?
explain this one last time, and then that's it.
Please explain it like at least once, because I haven't heard that.
Okay, this is
explanation.
my
Go ahead.
last time explaining this to you, dude. Okay? So you need to listen intently and not listen to respond. You need to listen to comprehend what I'm about to say. Okay?
I'm going to mute myself so you can do it.
Yeah, thank you. So, once again, here's what you're not understanding, dude. Okay? This is a contract year for Aston Reeves, right? So what that means is depending on how he plays and how the season goes, that will determine how much money he's able to get in free agency this summer. So if he plays well, he could potentially get a lot of money, but if he plays bad, he could potentially cost himself hundreds of millions of dollars, right? So, in my opinion, I think when Luka Doncic went down versus Oklahoma City and Austin, who is now the second option, he would have had to step up without Luka being there. So he would have then became the first option. So let's just say hypothetically, he would have played as the first option and he would have played bad. That would have been a bad look. So let's just say we go into the playoffs on Saturday. He's the first option. He plays bad. He's getting cooked. He's getting exposed. That's going to be a bad look. That's going to cost him money. So I think he didn't want to obviously cost himself any more money than what he's already costed himself. So once he saw that Luka went down, because he's been hiding behind LeBron and AD for his entire career, and now for the last year, he's hiding behind LeBron and Luka. The only difference is this year, he was promoted by Faker fans to the second option now. So if Luka goes down, right? Common sense, that means Reeves would have to be the first option. Reeves got smoked last year in the playoffs as the third option. He got smoked. What do you think is going to happen if he's the first option? He's going to get smoked. So to, avoid that, in my opinion, he faked another injury because, once again, this is not the first time he's done this. He faked an injury back in December because he's in a contract year. So you're saying, well, why would he fake an injury? Well, I'll give you another example. Earlier in the year, he faked an injury. Why? I think he faked the injury to avoid getting traded. So he essentially tanked his own value so that way the Lakers would be forced to keep him. That's why the Lakers at the trade deadline got Luka Doncic at the trade deadline to be his replacement just in case, he does this again. And he did it again. So now I think this will be a prime opportunity for Luka Doncic, right? Because he's in a contract year as well. So I think this will be a prime opportunity for him. And yeah, I don't believe this is a legitimate injury. So there you have it, dude. All right, what do you got, man?
Yo, I'm gonna make this quick. I'm getting this half marathon in like time. Yeah, the injury Austin got. They say he could play with it because it's a.
Yo, dude, you got to get off the show, man. Chat, this nigga's on a fucking scooter outside or something, dude. You got to get off the show, respectfully. We can barely understand you. You're riding a fucking scooter. Get off the show. No disrespect, but you got to get off the show. Mr. Player Mate, what you got, man?
What's up, Reg? Man, I agree with you. Like, you're 100% right. The way you just broke it down for Kwame this last time is 100% correct. The only thing that I would add in there is the fact that the Lakers are also implicit on this because they know that they've inflated Austin Reeves' trade value across the league, and they're the only team that's going to bet on him in the offseason. So they're betting against themselves. So they're allowing him to do this so they can possibly get the best deal that they can get out of themselves with this situation because they know that they have nobody else to – Austin has no other teams that he's going to go to and try to fetch this big type of money. So they're letting him and his agent play around with themselves because in the end, the Lakers are going to try to negotiate for the price that they feel that Austin is worth. And if they feel like, if Austin in this count feels like they're worth $40 million and the Lakers feel like that he's worth $35 million, then we're going to have a stalemate all summer long. And we're going to see Austin Reeves and the organization go back and forth. That's the only thing that I think that you left out explaining that to Kwame, mainly because the Lakers are also in on this garbage.
Thank you. That was the thing. Yes. Yes. That was the only thing. He didn't explain. Well, why are the Lakers going along with this? You said, oh, I'm hurt. Well, no, our doctor says you're fine. You're playing. You're an employee. Get out there. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and the Lakers are allowing Austin Reeves to do this because they know, like Reggie just said, he's playing with his he's playing with his draft, he's playing with his contract stock. And if he was to play, and he played with it after the San Antonio game, and when he wanted to bench himself for a month, he played with it to try to get out of getting traded. So now the Lakers are going to allow him to keep doing that. So therefore, when it comes to the negotiation table, if he asks for $40 million, they're going to try to give him 35, and it's just going to be a downward spiral in that situation. He's going to try to bob himself.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. This is the whole point. Okay, this is what's happening. Okay, if he is faking an injury and there's all that going on, okay, the Lakers have to be in on it. Why are the Lakers in on it? The only thing is to drive his price down. That's the only reason.
Yeah, that's the only reason why.
Okay,
See, people in the
we got St. Matthew with the $10 super chat. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you.
Rolling Stone.
LeBron fans.
You said I'm a little behind, but whenever the news breaks, I want to see Magic announce that Pelinka has been fired. He got to get his get back. Reeves and his camp are fools. Yeah, to me, I'm of the mindset that Austin Reeves and his camp, they know they fucked up. They know they fucked up by not taking the deal last year when the people that believed in him offered him this money. Once again, you're now dealing with Mark Walter now. Now you have to try and convince him to pay you because that's who's going to be cutting you the check. It's going to be Mark Walter. It's not going to be Jeannie Buss anymore, right? I'm going to be honest with you guys. I believe if Jeannie Buss was the owner, she would pay Austin Reeves. I believe that. But now you have a man in office now. And now you have to try and convince Mark Walter to pay Austin Reeves. And I don't believe Mark Walter is happy with this situation. I don't know him personally. I could only imagine. But if I'm the new owner of this team, and my first and second option are not going to be available for the playoffs, which start on Saturday, there's no way I'm going to be happy about that. But obviously, Luka's under contract. So Luka's fine. He can fake the injury. But Reeves, like I said, to me, I don't see how this benefits him on either front. Because if you fake the injury and you don't play, all they're going to do is say, well, you're not available. And then if you do play and you get exposed, you're going to cook yourself on that side too, because it's like, well, you're not good enough. So to me, he's just fucked himself on every front, and he's trying to do whatever he can to preserve whatever little value he has left. That's what's going on here, in my opinion.
I agree. And the reason why I agree with you because they're allowing him to shoot himself in the foot. And he's going to shoot himself in the foot, but he's still going to get paid because the only people that he's going to be able to negotiate with is the Lakers. So it's just basically what number they agree on.
But that's why I think it's going to be a funny negotiation this summer, Mr. Player Made, because if there's nobody else, like, okay, for you to be able to negotiate a certain dollar amount, there needs to be suitors, right? Like, if he has an offer on the table from Chicago, right? I mean, we just played the clip yesterday of Alex Caruso. The Bulls were offering Alex Caruso way more money than the Lakers, and Alex Caruso even said, I'll sign for less just to stay here. But he got so much more money from Chicago, he had the option to leave. So I don't believe any of these other teams are really going to throw no bag at Austin. I don't see how that makes sense. I think they said it's two teams.
This is the reason why you keep.
Shut up, nigga. Stop talking. They said it's going to be two teams, Mr. Player Made. Chicago and Brooklyn that are going to have the cap space. I don't see how any of those teams signing Austin Reeves, I don't see how that makes sense for them. You know, they did this 3 years ago with San Antonio when they were like, oh, San Antonio's going to offer him a deal. And then nobody offered him no deal. So to me, I don't see how the Lakers are going to be, you know, negotiating against themselves for this dude's services. I don't see how that makes any sense.
The reason why I feel like they're going to negotiate against themselves because they've built his entire value. Every single Laker channel is boosting up Austin Reeves. You don't hear any other team channels, and you can go around on YouTube or go on Twitter, whatever. You can go all those pages, and none of those folks are talking about Austin Reeves. You search Austin Reeves name, and anything is going to draw back to some type of Laker feed. So the Lakers have created this monster, you know. And so,
but Mr. Player Made, that's the old regime.
That's facts.
The old, like I said, if Genie was still the owner, he probably would still get paid no matter what he did. He could stink the joint up or even not play and fake an injury. Genie would probably still pay him. But what I'm saying is now with the new ownership group, I don't see it going the same way.
And I get that. You're right about that. It should go a different way.
How much are we talking about paying him?
Oh, hold on.
What's the max that we're talking about paying him? 30 to 40 million a year?
That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
So my thing is this. My thing is this too, and I'm just listening to Kwame. I'm listening to just in talking about the Lakers. It doesn't come out the salary when they pay. Why would you pay him $40 million and you're already paying Luka 40-something million, and you're trying to make them? Do you really believe that this backcourt can win you a championship? Do you really believe
The only thing is this.
You do. Let me ask you this: do you really believe?
Hold on. You asked me a question. Let me answer it. Okay. Now, this is the first thing. Okay. Signing Austin Reeves is not going to cost us anything. Okay. Not a thing. That's number one. Number two.
How much?
So we let him go. Okay. We let him go. We let him go. We get $20 million in cash space. Okay. So we're going to get an Austin Reeves type of caliber player for $20 million? Do you think that's actually possible?
I'm not. Hell yes. Anywhere you can get that off the street. Listen to what I'm asking you. This is what I'm asking you. Do you really believe that Austin Reeves is worth $30 to $40 million a year?
No, he's worth $30 million.
Why would you pay him? This is what I'm saying to you. See, what you're saying don't make sense. Why would you pay him?
It does make sense when you look at how much you're going to get for your value. 23, 6, and 5. This is what the dude is averaging right now, bro. This is what he's averaging right now.
You just
tell me somebody else you can get for $30 million for that price. Tell me.
You just said out your mouth that he's not worth it. So why would you pay him?
Worth max, no. He's worth a 4-year, $120 million contract, which comes out to $30 million a year. See, that contract is workable with other teams as a trade asset. You're not looking at the long-term
he's not.
future.
No, he's not. That's what Fred VanVleet got. Fred VanVleet is an all-star and an NBA champion. He's not even worth Fred VanVleet.
Austin Reeves is going to get the same thing. We can keep talking, bluing him out. That's what AR is going to get. He's going to get $30 million. I'm guaranteeing it.
I disagree. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe that.
I disagree.
Okay, so you'll just let him walk. Okay.
The crazy part about it is that Trevor Lane actually is coming around to actually say that Austin kind of shot himself. And
exactly.
He didn't play. He's not going to be available to play in the playoffs.
How do you shoot yourself when you are injured? How are you shooting yourself when you're injured?
Because he needed to have a good playoff run because he sucked last year.
Well, if you get injured, bro, how is that your fault if you get injured?
Because the best ability is availability.
Oh God, you're impossible.
You guys don't make any sense. Okay,
no,
if
you're trolling. That's what
you're injured. You can't help being injured, bro. What the hell are you talking about?
It's three people trying to explain something to you, bro, and all you're doing is being contrary. Every single thing we're saying. If we ask you a question, you tell us you don't know. Bro, you're not trying to answer. You're not trying to have a
He,
discussion.
he's
You're
not
just trying to
serious.
sway you're just trying to be contrary on the panel, so therefore we can listen to you only. That's why you don't answer any questions.
He's not a serious individual. Listen, Kwame, the reason why him not playing, right, would hurt him is because you already got exposed last year and we lost in 5. Now this year you're not available. This is the same reason Nico traded Luka. Cause you're hurt. That's one of the reasons why he said he traded Luka. Cause he's becoming injury prone. So it's the same thing with Aston. So think about it, Kwame. This is his first year top 5 where they're promoting him as the second option, and he played less games than LeBron. So now you're telling me I got to give this dude 4 years, and this is what I have to look forward to for the next 4 years? He might not even be available when we have playoff games?
Ducking smoke.
And you don't see how this can negatively impact his contract negotiation? Come on, man, be for real. He's not,
bro. Like I said before, AR signing with the Lakers is not going to hurt the Lakers' salary space at all.
It doesn't matter about salary cap space. That's what you want to focus on. We're focusing on the contract and the number. You're not going to be able to get off of a shitty Austin Reeves contract in the future. That's not going to happen. Look at Zach LaVine. Look at Zach LaVine. He signed the deal. He signed the deal with the Bulls, and his best opportunity was to get traded to the Kings, the worst team in the league this year, because nobody wants the contract. So if they sign Austin Reeves, I don't care how much it affects the cap. If they give him this money, you're basically telling Luka Doncic, we've given up on trying to build a championship team around you, because you're never going to be able to upgrade your roster with Austin Reeves. You can't even trade Austin Reeves now. Imagine you add an extra $150 million to his damn name. You won't even be able to get off of him. So you're going to be stuck with him.
Hey, so let me ask Kwame this: Who do you think has more value at this point, Luke Kennard or Austin Reeves?
Austin Reeves. Most definitely Austin Reeves. And you guys don't see that. You guys don't know.
Could you tell us why? Could you tell us why he is more valuable, Kwame? Just tell us why you feel that way. Tell us the reason why you feel like Austin is more valuable and why Luke Kennard is less valuable. Just answer those 2 questions.
Well, I didn't say Luke is less valuable. I didn't say that. But I'm saying he's more.
But you said there's a
AR
difference
is
between
more valuable.
But you said
the reason why he's more valuable. Can I answer the question?
Kwame, but
can I answer the question, please?
Before you Eurostep, I'm just trying to clarify this question for you. You just said that Austin Reeves should get the contract and you wouldn't pay Luke Kennard. So just answer these 2 things.
I didn't say that.
Why would
you not say that, bro?
Okay, so just answer these 2 things for me, bro. Why would you pay Reeves and why wouldn't you pay Luke Kennard?
No, I will pay both of them, okay? Because Luke, first of all, AR, it doesn't matter if we sign him to $5 million a year.
Exactly. You cannot answer a question.
That's number one. That's the reason why I'm signing him.
Trying to reiterate
okay, secondly, the reason why I will sign Luke, is because he deserves to be on this team. He's a good asset. Hopefully he stays.
No.
Why? Hopefully nobody else will outbid him.
If it came down to it, you had to decide between one or the other. Which one would you keep?
Which one I would keep? Well, if we lose, say AR, we let him walk. We get $20 million in free cash space.
Okay? That's not the question. The question.
Yeah, no, but I am answering your question, bro. So I'm trying to say, who can we get? So I want to give that money to Luke Kennard. Okay, fine. Now, Austin's not on the team anymore. Austin's not on the team anymore. That's fair. Okay. Now, who are we going to replace Austin with? Who is that? You make it seem like Austin's not even part of the team, like he's some ghost player.
That's not the question.
That's some total
bro.
bullshit. Like that doesn't make any sense.
You're talking about something he didn't ask you, bro.
Huh?
He asked you who asked you who would you keep and why? You talking about the cap? You talking about who can we replace?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Mr. Player Made. Mr. Player Made. He can't talk basketball.
LeBron hater. That's why you sitting up here trying to.
He can't talk basketball
right now, bro. It's what you are.
He can't talk basketball. Y'all trying to ask him basketball questions for the last 5 minutes. He can't explain it because he can't talk basketball. He's a troll.
He's a LeBron hater, and that's all he is. That's the only thing he can talk about. If we want to talk about LeBron for the past 20 minutes, he can give us a whole bunch of stuff to say, but he can't say nothing about those actual players that we see and watch play basketball. He's a troll, like you said.
You guys are idiots. I didn't mention LeBron's name one time. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but
I didn't
you
mention his name
normally come up,
once.
but you normally come up on the show and you do mention LeBron. You be ready and you be ready and able to go off about him. But you can't
Oh
say
my
nothing about
God.
this topic,
Yeah,
and we
you
giving you
guys gotta
clear
stick
cut
to the
examples
topic,
how to
yo.
answer the
Stick
question.
to the topic,
We
okay?
breaking this
I'm
down to be
talking
the most
about
remedial.
Austin
We
Reeves.
breaking this down
This
to
is
be
the
the most
whole
remedial of
discussion. It's
basketball
about
discussions, and you
Austin
can't even answer the
Reeves.
question.
Listen, like I said, to me, I don't think the cap space or anything of that is really all that important. I think the biggest problem is he's just not worth anything close to what he can be offered. I think that's the biggest problem to me. You know, I looked up Lou Dort's contract. He's making $17 million. He's on the last year of his deal. We'll see what happens with him. You know, you look up Peyton Pritchard's contract. You know, like he signed a few years ago for like 4 years, $30 million. My issue is the number that we're talking about. You know, I mean, they're saying the max that they can offer him is like 5 years, you know, something like $40-something million a season like that. He's nowhere close to that. Right? Now, if we're talking about like Rui Hachimura type range or Luke Kennard range, even that's a little bit debatable, but that's a little bit more realistic to me. But when y'all people come up here and y'all start talking about $30 million, $35 million, $40 million, it's just like, come on, man. Like, let's get serious here. There are players that are champions. I mean, if we're gonna pay him that much, we might as well just go get Caruso. Like, we might as well trade for Caruso back. We might as well just sign Luke Kennard if you're going to pay him all that money. It doesn't even make sense from a team building perspective. I don't care how much it hurts your cap. He's just not worth that.
So Reggie, let me ask you this, Reggie. So do you think from what the Lakers offered him in the summer, from his performance up until now, do you think he's raised that bar as far as money?
No, I don't.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I don't think so, because he's only averaging 3 more points this year than he did last year. He averaged 20 last year. He averaged 3 this year, but he played more games last year. So that's what I'm saying. Him faking these injuries, to me, it's hurt his value a lot more. If he would have just taken his lumps like a man, I honestly would have a little bit more respect for him. Where I lost respect for him completely this year was every time he was getting cooked type fly high, he started faking injuries. You know? So to me, I think his availability this year is what hurts him even more. I would be surprised if he got the same, because we did a show on this yesterday, Top Fly. The Lakers offered Schroeder $84 million. They said he had a bad playoff performance, right? They didn't offer him that $84 million again.
Right.
Once that deal was off the table, it's just off the table. So if they offered him 90 last summer, and then this year he's not even available when last year he was, I would be surprised if they put the same deal on the table again, let alone increase it and say, hey, we got even more money for you. What has he done to deserve a raise?
Right.
The only thing is this. The only thing is this. Is the only you getting, if you let him walk, is $20 million. What are you going to get for that? See, that is the point. This is you got to look at. You're not looking at it like that.
Kwame,
what are you getting for $20 million?
Kwame, his replacement's already here. What are you talking about? What are you going to get? His replacement's here. Luke Kennard.
Luke Kennard was on the team when Austin Reeves was on the team. That's not a replacement, genius. You have to replace him.
Oh, okay, so you're actually stupid. He's actually stupid.
Oh my God, you are stupid, okay? And this whole fucking crowd is stupid here, okay? I'm tired of talking about this. You guys will see what I'm talking about in the future.
Because you just don't get it. You don't listen.
He trolled his way out the conversation, dog. That's crazy.
So,
he trolled right out the
conversation.
Oh my God.
Right.
No, he's actually an idiot. You know there's a such thing as addition by subtraction.
Right.
I don't know if he's ever heard of that concept. So yeah, if we get rid of Austin Reeves, then Luke Kennard can just increase his workload. Wow. You're actually an idiot.
Yeah, just tell him that Luke Kennard is auditioning right now for a spot.
Exactly.
He's not there.
Exactly.
In the playoffs.
Right. He's auditioning for Austin Reeves' spot right now. He's
Exactly.
not there. It's like, what part of that don't you understand? You know, they brought Austin Reeves in to replace Caruso. Why don't you understand this concept? You know, I don't get it.
And
You know,
Caruso was a guy that actually helped us win, and they still did
you
him
should have
dirty.
kept.
They top flight. Think about that. Caruso helped us win, and they did him dirty and lowballed him. Reeves, you've never helped us win. We're not winning with you at all. So that's what I'm saying. How can you come to the negotiation table trying to? Do you guys understand that if the Lakers sign him to this $200 million extension or whatever deal, right? Do you guys understand that would be the richest deal in Laker history? That would be more than Kobe, Shaq. That would be more than any player in Laker history has ever gotten. And he's never helped us win anything. So just off of that alone, it's insane to me to even think that they would even offer him anything close to $35-40 million a year. Even Luka, when he signed his extension was for what? 3 years, $165?
Right.
I mean, shit, at least he's been to the finals.
Yeah, I just don't get when you play the top tier teams. You know, those are the games that he needs to show up for, and he shows you that he's not eligible to be in, you know, just to play at that level when you play the top tier team. So it's like, why would you give him he or Luka? Why would you have that type of backcourt where you can't really win games? They won't help you win because they can't stop nobody. They can't get stops. You know, you know, he going off about keep talking about how much Austin is averaging, but points don't matter when you're trying to
he's averaging 23 and giving up 25.
Right. And
you know, it's
25.
like it don't matter.
You know, those players around the league don't respect Austin like that. You know, they got a little respect for Luka, but they don't respect them because of the style of play today, how they play the game. And then, like I say, you know, and I repeated, like Kobe said, that style of play that Luka does, you can't win like that. You got to learn how to show. When you watch the Lakers play now, they're playing basketball. They're sharing the ball. They're not worrying about who's scoring. I mean, LeBron gets his, and shit. You see how what's my man named? Not Jake, but the other one, the one we got from Tennessee. He's shooting that ball. I can't. Dalton Connect. He feels a little more comfortable out there. I haven't seen him shoot like that, man, since last year. And that's because they got them damn ball hogs out there. See, this is the thing that I say. And even anytime that I play, or anytime that you play ball, you want to know at least kind of have a concept of what your point guard is going to do with the rock. Whether he going to feed someone, whether he going to look for you, you know, or whether or not he going to shoot it or drive it. You know, you got to have something. But with Luka, you just don't know what he going to do. And it makes it hard to play the game. And it's difficult. And then you got to bust your ass on defense to make up for the lack of defense that he's playing. It's like that's a hard game to play, man. And if you ever been in the trenches and you ever played like that with a player, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
No, I agree. I agree. You know, that's why I'm excited for Saturday because I want to see how LeBron operates with these pieces. Because like I said, you know, I'm looking at this roster. I've seen LeBron do more with less.
Right.
I mean, Luke Kennard, you got, you know, that's basically, you know, because I know he played with Kyle Korver back in the day, you know, so it's basically a new younger Kyle Korver. You know, you got DA. He's been a number one pick. He's been to the finals before. You know, to me, this roster is better than what he had in Cleveland when they went to the finals that one year. Right. So I just think those first couple of games that we lost without Luka and Reeves, those were just kind of like rhythm games to get back into a rhythm.
Right. You just filling it out so you know exactly what you can do. But like I say, between Vando, like I say, you know, between Vando, Marcus Smart, Aiden, Jackson Hayes, they got to be locked in. They have to be. LeBron has to have them locked in to play. You know, to let them know. Because see, normally what LeBron likes to do, LeBron likes to get smacked in the mouth the first game just to see what's going, just to make an adjustment. And if they can pull it out, they pull it out. But LeBron likes to take that punch first to see what he's going to take that punch first just to see what Houston's going to do, how they're going to play. Because Houston is going to have to adjust to this new Laker team because this is not the same Laker team that they saw a few weeks ago.
Right.
So Houston is going to have to adjust to what the Lakers are doing. And as I'm telling you, as long as the Lakers come out with this same intensity that they had in these last couple of games, I'm putting my money on the Lakers for the first game. The Lakers going to have to make Houston make adjustments game 2.
Now they got a guard, Top Fly High. You got a guard now.
Right.
You got to guard everybody because the ball's going to be – see that Luka Austin Reeves style? That shit is easy to guard.
All right.
It's easy to guard. It's easy to defend. Now when the ball is popping, it's moving, it's finding the open hand, now they're going to have to actually guard somebody.
Right.
They're going to have to expend a lot more energy on defense. I think it's better. And then, like you said, they don't have no game film on us like that because they haven't seen us. So it's going to be an adjustment for them because they're used to just Luka and Reeves doing their thing. They're not used to LeBron, finding everybody. It's gonna be a movie on Saturday for sure.
Whoever wins the third quarter, is gonna win game 1. The third quarter is going to be when they're going to take shots first and second quarter. But whoever wins that third quarter is going to be the ones. It's going to be the team that's going to win game 1. And then you watch what I tell you because it's going to be like I say. You got veterans out there. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at experience on side. Marcus Smart got plenty of playoff experience. I mean, I can't really go down Houston's roster other than KD.
Now we got way top 5. I looked up yesterday. I looked up DeAndre Ayton's playoff record. He's 20.
Right.
He's 27-18 in the playoffs. I didn't even know he played. I didn't even know he's played that many playoff games.
Exactly. So we got that edge on that side over there. So they know that how to get locked in on the other side. But see, that's going to be Houston's, San Antonio. I mean, when you start to look at these Detroit, these teams that you start to look at. Who has that experience because it matters. It matters. And we got the GOAT on our side, and he got all the goddamn points and minutes. He got points, minutes, time. Games. He knows how to do it. I'm telling you like this. They want to count him out, but to me, he's still doing it. He's still scoring at a high rate. Efficiency is there. It's not like, you're going to have some turnovers and you're going to have a couple of things throughout the 48, but he still look like he can do it. And he got it mentally. Everybody has good things to say about LeBron in the playoffs. He's going to be locked in. And he's going to have that team locked in. And like I say, I look at that Houston team and I just don't see a whole lot of experience. Udoka cool, we can say, oh yeah, Udoka he cold, he coached, he this and that, but that same Boston team that he was coaching, they still, because they had players, they still won the championship without him. So how much of it really was coaching? So that's what I look at. I look at players. Does he have the right players to be able to face up against LeBron? It's kind of hard. It's gonna be hard to beat LeBron and Marcus Smart without a leader, a floor general, just a top notch. Now they have Van Vliet maybe, but without no point guard, it's just gonna be. To me, it just seems like, and it's like Stephen A. and the crew should be saying, it's like they ain't even looking at this point of it because maybe they don't. Like I say, we always say they don't know ball anyway, but. To me, they just don't have that. If it come down to making a decision, we saw him crack. We saw him put the ball in Kevin Durant's hands, and it was a disaster. So I'm just saying, to me, it just seems like that the Lakers have the edge. because we got LeBron, a true soldier, proven closer. So I don't know. I'm anxious to see the game on Saturday. You know,
And
because
this,
just
and
how
this,
you hear the excitement in my voice, I just can't. Like T.O. say, get your popcorn ready.
yeah, and this the time we get to see LeBron get a get back game versus KD. He got one back versus Steph and Draymond in that I think it was that playoff series they had, that play in series they had. He got them out the playoffs. Now it's time for him to get a full series of getting back at KD from what he did for them 2 years ago in the Golden State. I'm
Bro.
excited to see it my damn self.
I ain't looking at none of those teams. I'm not looking at none of those no teams in the league. Nobody. I mean, when it comes to LeBron running the ship at this point, if LeBron is going to leave it on the line right now and to say that just to think that shit with this mob, I might can win me a ring, and he just goes hard every other game in the 7-game series, and if it's possible to get Luka back and say, Luka, hey, this is how you do it. Follow me, and Luka can come in and do some things without being a ball hog. I'm gonna tell you like this: don't none of them teams scare me because they all young. They all young, and like you say, when you think about it, and Red say this all the time. That finals could have went either way last year.
Facts.
You know, it's not like OKC just dominated that Indiana team. You know, that
Yeah,
game,
they won
but
7 games.
right. So, like I say, when now it's put up or shut up. Do you really want to see the King in a 7-game series? If he is focused and he has some troops with him, and he can say, let me say, if Marcus Smart, Aiden, and Jackson Hayes can just stay healthy, this whole playoff run, they got a chance to beat anybody. And you heard that from me. You know what I mean? And if it go the other way, I'll be the first one to tell you I was wrong. But I just know how LeBron has been bojangling along this long drug out 82 game season. You know, people like, oh yeah, he still got it, he don't got it. The Lakers don't need him, just not, LeBron ain't listening to that noise. But I'm saying to you that if he can get those troops to come along and play, shit, it's 5-on-5 when you get out on the court. It ain't all that other stuff. It's 5-on-5 when you're out there. And when you look at that across the way at the Houston team, who do they have that you can actually say on that side that can stop this man? As big as he is, strong as he is. Who can you say? Because KD is lighting the ass. He might
What
got
they
that
gonna do?
limp.
What Houston gonna do? They're gonna try to put a Thompson on LeBron to try to slow him down. That's why I say the Lakers need to go ahead and try to insert Vando in the starter lineup so he can try to slow down KD because that's how they're gonna try to do it. They're gonna try to put
If,
Mean Thompson on LeBron because he's got that size and he's a good defender, and they're gonna try to slow him down that way. So we need to play the odds in our favor. Like the Lakers need to try to
listen,
put
listen.
Vando into the
They,
starting lineup because
they,
Marcus Smart, even though he's a good defender, he's KD shoots over guys, and you can't have
if,
that.
if they put Thompson on him, LeBron gonna take him right to the post. That's gonna slow that down.
Yeah,
He's too small. He's too small.
yeah.
It's nothing. It's nothing on that side. It's nothing on that other side. If I'm coaching the Lakers and I'm talking to them, it's nothing on that other side that scares me, other than KD. But I'm just gonna put two on and get the ball out of his hands because he can't. Like Red said, and I don't know why KD struggles to pass out of a double team. I just thought that it's like, damn, how many years you been in the league? You 60, you damn near 7 foot. But nothing on the other side scares me. I just don't, like I say, I turn off Stephen A. I can't listen to that crap. That narrative that they pushing like the Lakers are just the third seed and they just in Houston is the what they the fourth seed. Houston is it's like the Lakers been in the third seed position for how long along the season? I mean, like I said, we could say they've been playing trash teams, but at least they've been handling business. But I don't. I just don't get it, man. I really don't get it, Reg.
Exactly. I gotta run, fellas. Good call though. Good conversation today. But yeah, we'll see what happens on Saturday.
All right, no doubt, my brother. I talked to you before then. Now I appreciate you.
All right, Top Fly. Good call, man.
Right,
Appreciate you, man.
Take care, Mr. Playmate.
All right, bro. Peace. Yeah, folks. Shout out to the panel today, folks. You know, it's funny. I was really trying to figure out what we were going to talk about today, folks. And yeah, I had no clue, to be honest with you guys. And it ended up being a really good show. Shout out to everybody that pulled up. Shout out to DC Root. What's going on, man? We got Roland. You said, I not only want LeBron to prove these clowns wrong, I want the Lakers supporting cast to prove their worth too. Yeah, I think I just saw some clips right now that I want to react to a little bit later. So Kevin Durant, I just saw a clip. We're going to react to that a little bit later, folks. So yeah, shout out to Joe Johnson. We got this clown. You said Lakers in 5. Yeah. Shut up, pussy. You said KD is the most fragile 6'11" player I've ever seen. We got Tony. He said, won't be no long rebounds off Aston's bricks for the other team to run their fast break. Going to be more controlled offense, more offensive rebounds for LA. Exactly. You said KD playing the point would be a disaster. I'm surprised Houston didn't try to get CP3 or any decent point guard to replace Van Vliet. Yeah, they're going to struggle in the half court. They're going to struggle. You're going to see KD try to catch the ball, at the top of the key because he can't really play with his back to the basket, even though he's 7 feet tall. He's about to get exposed. Like I said, he can't pass out of double teams. KD's going to get exposed in this series. You said the only shooting guard better than Aston before he got hurt are Spider, Ant, Book, and Jaylen Brown. Okay. You're a fucking clown, dude. You're a fucking clown. Yeah. Sure. Okay. Whatever you say, dude. All right, folks. That's all I got on this one, man. Good show. Yeah, Puka. He's going to be attending a basketball game tomorrow, folks. So yeah, I guess his leg isn't hurting him too bad. He can walk his ass to a fucking basketball game. Fucking pussy. So, like I said, chat, good show. I will catch you guys on the next one, man. And yeah, man. Now a word from our friend over at Dreamers Pro.
You lucky I'm not single. I would take your girl.
So
That's what would happen. Don't make me come to your live and start throwing super chats at her. You lucky I'm not single. I would take your girl. That's what would happen. Don't make me come to your live and start throwing super chats at her. You lucky I'm not single. I would take your girl. That's what would happen. Don't make me come to your live and start throwing super chats at her. You lucky I'm not single. I would take your girl. That's what would happen. Don't make me come to your live and start throwing super chats at her.
I have zero confidence in the Clippers, and I'm getting this close to stop rooting for Kawhi Leonard altogether. I'm getting close to just rooting for Nikola Jokic and calling it a day. I'm tired of these dudes. They're not a serious team. I have zero confidence in the Clippers, and I'm getting this close to stop rooting for Kawhi Leonard altogether. I'm getting close to just rooting for Nikola Jokic and calling it a day. I'm tired of these dudes. They're not a serious team. Of all of the people that we talk about, LeBron fans are the only ones that even message me and contact me on Instagram. One recently sent me a death threat. Talking about you can't come to LA. LeBron fans.
Okay, folks, I'm sorry. We got to come back real quick, man. Shout out to St. Matthew, man. Shout out to St. Matthew with the $20 super chat. Appreciate you, man. You said Reeves is not worth $30 million a season. He barely has better numbers than Cam Thomas, and they just kicked him out the league. You don't turn down money and then request or demand more. Exactly. Fantastic point. I forgot about that. You're exactly right. And you know what's funny is they'll find any reason to tell us why Cam Thomas ain't shit. But then when it comes to Reeves, they'll find any reason, to keep him. It's like, it's just nasty. But yeah. All right, folks. Shout out to St. Matthew, man. Appreciate you, man. I'm out, folks. Peace.
I gonna tell you why when the beef started with me and Reggie, right? Reggie fucked one of my niggas' bitches, right? The locker room went to fuck one of my niggas' bitches, right? That's what he fucking did. He fucking did.